Good afternoon, Gills fans. Welcome back to the latest episode of Gills in the Blood. It is Match Day Live once again as Gills travel to the Midlands today to take on Shrewsbury Town. Unfortunately, due to COVID protocol, I am on my own today. Sadly, my daughter's school have had a case. The teacher's come down with it, which means she's been sent home to self-isolate, so I cannot have Boz or Stocky round. So I'm flying solo, so you'll have to put up with my dulcet tones for the entirety on my own, I'm afraid. Team news is in, and one change from last Saturday's victory over Blackpool. Scott Robertson hasn't made it. We knew that Steve Evans was likely to make the call. He said so in his press conference on Thursday, and he's taken the call to leave Scott Robertson out of today's 18. Tom O'Connor makes his debut in the only change from last week's win, which weirdly means that I called the 11 and the entire bench correctly. Just fingers crossed that I get the score prediction correct as well. So yeah, we're about 7 or 8 minutes from kickoff. Like I say, it is myself on my Todd today, I'm afraid, but I will bring you as much footage and reaction throughout the game as possible. Enjoy the game. Early free kick here for Gills, only 45 seconds on the clock. Graham's clipped it in and they've headed it clear, and it looks like they're going to get away with it. But yeah, positive enough first minute for Gills, if you can call it that, in terms of setting up territory more than anything else. But yeah, obviously still goalless. First shot on target of the game comes from the home side. I think it's Sean Wally. Is that right? It's definitely Wally, the surname, but it's comfortable enough for Jack Bonham. The player's hooking it over his shoulder and Jack Bonham's effectively fallen on it. But yeah, game's settled down now. 4.5 minutes played, still goalless. Oliver here, 1-on-1. Ball broke to Verdane Oliver, and he was 1-on-1 against the defender, and he's taken a shot early, but he shanked it wide, unfortunately. But Gills have had a couple of good bits of possession early on here, and although it's still goalless, we've got into good areas. Just looking at the replay of the Oliver chance here now, I thought maybe he could have stepped back inside and then maybe forced the defender to make a challenge and you know, bring in the penalty to play, but it wasn't to be, and it is still goalless, and the clock's just ticked over to 9 minutes. Chance here for Gills again. Ogilvie with a long throw from our wide left there. It's into the box. Oliver's flicked it on. It's dropped for Samuel, who's trying to... Not sure he was trying to bring it down for Mellis, but it's broken up and they've cleared it up to Leon Clark, who's held it up well, to be fair. He's got them in. They've broken over the halfway line here. Jackson's having to get back into position. Ball into our box. Well defended by Jack Tucker. Up in the air by Ryan Jackson. Composure from O'Connor, who started really well in fairness, and we've managed to clear. Looks like there's a late challenge on Ogilvie there, just out of shot, but it's not been given. Shrewsbury come again. I'll just stay with this. Ball into our box, deflection by Ogilvie, corner for the home side, but Ogilvie's holding his ankle at the moment. I'm sure he was fouled. Just have a look at the... Oh no, they're showing a replay across, but yeah. Gills still the better side for me, but chance here for Shrewsbury from a set piece. Shrewsbury lead against the run of play. That is definitely corners and outswing. I'm just looking at the replay now, and fella's headed it from 8-9 yards out. It's bounced into the turf and skipped past Jack Bonham, and it's quite a soft goal in fairness, which is really frustrating because we've been the better team. But work to do now. But again, it comes back to the lead up to the corner. There's a foul on Conor Ogilvie, 100%. I've seen the replay, which is frustrating. So just talking about Steve Evans here on commentary. But yeah, bottom line is it's not going to change, and we trail now by 1-0. Another decent passage of play for the Gills. First, Josh Eccles shows good feet on the edge of the box. Ball works its way to Dominic Samuel, feeds Jordan Graham out wide on our left. A couple of step overs, ball into a dangerous area. It's gone out for a corner. I'll stay with it. Comes in now. Jordan Graham. Medley's missed his header. Oh, I think if he just gets contact on it, he probably heads it on target. But it's gone all the way through, and it's gone out for a throw onto the home side, right on the far side from where the corner was taken. But despite trailing, Gills are still well in this, and they're probably the better side in possession still. Half a chance for the home team. Josh Vella drive from 25 yards. It broke to him, and Jack Bonham's done as well to get down. Big, strong right arm, and it's gone back into the middle of the box, and we've cleared it. But warning signs there that Shrewsbury do pose a threat, despite us having probably more territory. But yeah, clock's just about to tick over to 29 minutes, and despite getting in good areas, we've not worked the home keeper. That's probably the big disappointment so far, and we still trail by 1-0. Chance to get ball into the box here. We've got a free kick on our right. It's going to be Tom O'Connor from about probably 35, 40 yards away from goal. He's going to swing it in left-footed. Here it comes now. It's gone far post. Ogilvy's trying to nod it back in, but he's lost out. And another header's probably got it cleared down there right. No, Jordan Graham's done well to recycle it. Josh Eccles, ball back into the box. Flicked by Oliver. Oh, ball skipped off the turf. And I thought it was going to beat their left back. We had someone in behind, but he managed to stretch and bring it under control and clear, and Shrewsbury have managed to regroup and get themselves up to the halfway line. Gills, we've had plenty of good possession, but we've just been over eager to play. I think sometimes everything's been a little bit rushed, and on this surface where it's zippy and quick, it's been a bit tough. And I think we just need to take our time and make sure that the ball's coming into feet and we're able to bring it under control, because a few times we've creamed it into teammates who've not been able to get it under control, and then we've seen our possession turned over, and then we've put ourselves under pressure. But by no means have we been poor, but just need to refine it and fine-tune a couple of things. But yeah, still trailing with 10 minutes to go in the half. Good spell of possession here, Gills. Have worked down our left and then gone left to right across the pitch, and Jackson's driving towards goal. He's flicked it in. Samuel's got him behind. Can he cut it back? Dominic Samuel looks like he's going to clip it far post area and then delays his touch, and it just runs out harmlessly for a goal kick. That's probably summed us up a little bit. We've been decent enough in the middle third, and we've been decent enough defensively on the whole, but when we get into the final third, we've just not tested their young keeper enough, and it's really frustrating. But like I've said before, the main thing is we're still well in this, and I think if we do show a bit more composure in the final third, we will create chances. Final minute of injury time here, and Shrewsbury have got a corner. There's about 45 seconds left, so it's imperative that we defend this properly and get in at the break at just one behind, because obviously then we're still in the game. They've gone short and we've not switched on here. Edge of the box, they've clipped one far post. Overhit harmlessly out for a goal kick. That should be it for the half now, you'd imagine. Yeah, I follow timer saying 2 minutes 30 gone of the 3 minutes added time. So yeah, strange performance so far. It's not been poor, it's not been great offensively. That's the trouble, considering how good we've been in attacking areas in the last two league games against Wigan and Blackpool. Half-time whistle has gone, and still 1-0 to Shrewsbury. Yeah. Need to do more in the final third. I can't say it enough. We've got into some decent areas and then picked the wrong option or had an extra touch, and the opportunities passed. Defensively, I think Jack Tucker's probably been our best player. Zach Medley's been all right. Tried to overplay when he's had it in possession a couple of times and end up pinging balls out of play. Josh Eccles in the middle of the park, some really good stuff at times, but then he's been guilty of wasting possession. One prime example was a lovely little drag back to get himself away, and then he rolled a 3-yard ball straight to their player and they turned possession over. Jacob Mellis hasn't got in it enough. Dominic Samuel, Jordan Graham and Verdane Oller have probably all been on the periphery of the game as well, and we need to get them 3 or 4 more involved second half. But if we can and we can remain resolute defensively, I still think we can get something out of this fixture. Second half's a couple of minutes old now, and the one notable thing though is Gills have made a change at the break. Jacob Mellis, who was playing in the first half, has been withdrawn at the interval, and Declan Drysdale's come on to play central midfield. It looks like Gills have changed the shape as well. At the moment, we look like we're lining up 4-4-2. So Drysdale's got in alongside Eccles. Tom O'Connor's gone as a more natural left-sided midfielder, and Jordan Graham switched to the right-hand side, and it looks like Dominic Samuel's trying to get closer to Verdane Oliver. So we'll see how that pans out. But yeah, it certainly looks like we've gone more to an orthodox 4-4-2 at the start of this second period. And fingers crossed, if we can get O'Connor or Jordan Graham pushed on, we can get dangerous delivery into the box for both Dominic Samuel and Verdane Oliver, who are both decent enough in the air. But yeah, 3.5 minutes gone in the second half, and it is still Shrewsbury 1, Gillingham 0. But Gillingham have started all right and seem to be keeping the ball a little bit better, which is probably more key. Corner to defend here for Gills. First one of the second half, and it's gone to the home side. It's going to be whipped in left-footed from the near side. Jack Tucker's done really well to head it back out. It looks like it's gone for another corner, yeah. So we've got a second set piece to defend here in quick succession. Just stay with this for a few minutes. It's going to be the same type of delivery, left-footed again. Here it comes now. Deeper one this time. Jack Bonham looks like he's fouled, but the referee's not blown, and we've had to clear it off the line. There's another snapshot, and it's been deflected wide. I don't know who off of, but Gills are just hanging on a little bit here. Certainly looks like a foul on Jack Bonham, though, for the first part. Oh, no, it's not. Sorry. take that back. He's run into his own player, Jack Bonham. Then he's patted one down into a danger area, and it's all a bit messy, but we've just about got away with it. Third corner comes in. It's been cleared this time. Dominic Samuel's trying to turn, and he's been fouled on the edge of our box, and we can settle down now and get a set piece and get ourselves up the pitch. Since I said Gills were keeping the ball better, it's been all Shrewsbury. Another ball in behind. Leon Clark escapes down the left. Jack Tucker does well to slow him down. He's put a decent ball into the box though, Clark, and Ogilvy's had to stretch and put it out for a corner. So it's going to be another one from this side. Different taker this time though, so it looks like it's going to be an outswinger, which was how they scored in the first half. So, oh no, he's put it down and walked away. So we'll just stay with this a sec. No, it looks like it's going to be the in-swinger again, which is understandable considering Jack Bonham got nowhere near the last one. Here it comes now, deep again. I think it's Zach Medley's done well to hook it clear. They've recycled it over on their left. Drysdale's done well to hold them up. He's got his foot on it, but it breaks to them again. Quick feet from their player. Ball's attempted to come in, but we've blocked it again, and it's gone back to there. Another long ball. That's overhit. That's gone out without bouncing for a goal kick. But yeah, early signs are that Shrewsbury are still posing a threat. Huge chance for Gillingham. Oh. Ball goes worked out to our left. Tom O'Connor drills it across the box. Clearance. Dominic Samuel, 8 yards. Smacks Verdane Oliver in the head and goes out for a goal kick when it was goal bound. Sums up our luck at the moment. We should be level. Jordan Graham here with a really good ball into the inside right channel for Jackson. Comes back to Graham now, our right hand side. What's he going to do with it? Oh, he's been forced back, but he's kept the ball. And we come all the way back to the halfway line. Now Tucker with a big up and under into their box. Oliver knocks it down. It's come back to Verdane Oliver. Giving it to Jordan Graham, edge of the box, right hand side. Still trying to work it here. Jackson tries to get on the outside of the left back, but it's a good challenge to be fair, and we've got to throw that far side. Just over an hour gone now, though. I think I'd be inclined to start looking at someone like Trey Coyle if we're going to persist with this 4-4-2. More of a natural winger than Tom O'Connor, who's been decent enough, but you want someone who's going to be getting at the fullback a bit more. But yeah, still well in it, and we've probably posed a bit more of a threat since changing the system. We'll stay with this one because we've got a long throw coming from Ryan Jackson now. Nice to see it a bit flatter though. A couple have come out a bit loopy, but then so's this one. I wonder if it's because it's wet. Slice clearance though. We're going to get a corner here. Battle bonus. Need to make one of these count sooner or later though. It's going to be Tom O'Connor taking this left-footed, so it will be an in-swinger from the far side. It's good delivery, flat. Oh, that's a good clearance by Leon Clark. Ogilvy tries to get it back into the mixer, but they cleared it. Oh, that's agricultural. Up and under. Cleared it 70 yards away. And Ryan Jackson nods it back to Jack Bonham, who's outside of his box though. But yeah, I think we might need to make another change sooner or later if this doesn't, this scoreline doesn't alter, because for all his good work, Tom O'Connor is not a natural left winger. I think I'd like to see someone like Trey Coyle. Game's gone a little bit flat here, and Gills are still not creating anything clear cut aside from that one for Dominic Samuel. So I think the need for a change is more pressing. It's 24 minutes to play according to the timer on iFollow, and would I take a point now? 100%, yeah. We've not been brilliant today. Like I say, it wasn't an awful performance first half, and it's not been awful this half. I'm just showing a replay now of the Dominic Samuel chance. It's going in the corner. The Dominic Samuel one's definitely going in when it strikes Verdane Oliver, which is really frustrating. But still 20 minutes or so, but we need to be slightly better again, still in the final third, but it's been an improvement in that area compared to the first period. Chance for Gills here to break. We turn possession over. Tom O'Connor's come inside. It was a good run from Oliver. Josh Eccles from distance. Flashes it wide, but yeah, there was a chance when O'Connor was in possession to play it in the channel. I think it was Oliver was breaking in the box and he's delayed and come inside, and Oliver's running into an empty penalty area. Comes back to picking the wrong option again, unfortunately, but there's still something in this game for us. I feel if we can just show a little bit of composure in the final third. Poor challenge here from Declan Drysdale. He's lunged at their player in their left back area, and he's been called over by the referee. We're just yellow card's just come out. Initial concern was it might have been a red, but the referee's going to book Declan Drysdale. I mean, we're all for being combative, but that's really poor from the young lad, unfortunately. Ball breaks. It's poor touch from the Shrewsbury player. It's a big lunge from Joy. definitely a case that could have been a dismissal, and I'm sure if it was the other way around, I'd be shouting red card myself. So we might have just got away with one there, but biggest thing is we still trail, and we're under 20 minutes away now from the full-time whistle. Frustratingly now, we seem to be just going back to front too early, and for Dale Oliver's having to feed off scraps. I mean, he's trying to wing flick-ons, but he's not controlling the header because he's having to work really hard just to get in front of the centre-backs, and then Dominic Samuel's then got nothing to feed off in turn from that. I'd just like us to maybe, I said Trey Coyle, but we're running out of time. We need to get someone else on who can maybe get to the byline and get balls in from more dangerous areas. But at the moment, it's all easy enough for Shrewsbury to defend because it's the game's being played in front of them all the time. But still hope, while there's only one goal in it, change coming here, and it's the one I've been asking for a long time. Trey Coyle stripped and ready to come off, and it is for Tom O'Connor, so it'll be a straight swap. So I'd imagine we're going to persist with a 4-4-2. Let's just hope that Trey Coyle can provide a bit of trickery and a little bit of quality as we aim to get back into this with about quarter of an hour to play. Last roll of the dice here now for us. We're 5 minutes to play plus injury time. John Akindi is stripped. We're just waiting to see who's coming off. Dominic Samuel, most natural finisher, indicates that we're going to probably continue to hit it long and try and feed off knockdowns and breaks in the box, but approaching that sort of last roll of the dice type of scenario now. Fingers crossed we can get something and grab a point. We're into 7 minutes of injury time here, but I can't work out how the fourth official can put the ball up when their centre-back's still down getting treatment. So the clock's ticked over to 90 minutes. He's still not getting up. So we put up 7 minutes, but then before the game started, it's already over a minute and a half gone in that 7. So do we go to 98 and a half? It all seems a bit confusing to me. Surely put the ball up once the players finish getting treatment and it gives a clearer idea of what we've got left to play. But still a few minutes and still hope while it's won, but we've not been brilliant. Chance for Gills here. Their right back's made an error and had to hack it clear for a throw-in, so we know what's coming. It's Connor Ogilvie deep in their half. It's going to be a long one. Let's just hope he can dry the ball sufficiently to get a flat one in. Here it comes. Need a flick. Need a win. There's a flick goes in the danger. Where's it gone? Medley. Jordan Graham scored for Gillingham. We're level in injury time. Do we deserve it? I do not care. It's Shrewsbury 1, Gillingham 1. Get in. It's the first real time that we've got a long ball in the box that's flat. I said that as it came in. Ryan Jackson over the other side has struggled all afternoon to dry the ball, and they've come in high and slow, whereas Ogilvie managed to get it flat. I think Akindi wins the first ball. There's a bit of pinball in the box. Jordan Graham, great composure, wraps his left foot around it into the corner. I take this now 1-1. There's about 2.5 minutes left of this long injury time. In the 6.5 minutes of injury time now, Jack Bonham's got a free kick just on the edge of RD, which goes long. There can't be much longer left. Their left back heads it. Zach Medley does well to get there in front of Leon Clark. Ball's in the middle of the field. Well done, Declan Drysdale. Connor Ogilvie clears now. It's just tennis at the moment. Big long ball there from Ogilvie, diagonal into their left back area. They've gone all the way back to their keeper, and the clock's just ticked over to 7 minutes. It's nearly full time. Must be there now. Surely it's over 8 minutes of 7 have been played, so surely 30 seconds, and that would be it based on the injury to Ebanks Landell. It's in their half. Oliver's trying to play it in the middle of their area, but they've broke here. Their right back's bringing it forward over the halfway line. Trey Coyle misses the interception here. We've still got a bit of defending to do. Boyle into the box. Zach Medley leaves it. Jack Bonham falls on it, and that should be that. It'll be a really decent point because we've been far from our best. We've not been poor, but in terms of creating chances, it's not been good enough. So we'll happily take the point and come home and regroup, ready for Tuesday and then next Saturday. Full-time whistle's just gone. It's finished. Shrewsbury 1, Gillingham 1. Probably the fairest result. Shrewsbury fans will probably say they deserve to win it for being in front for so long, but did they do enough after taking the lead? Did they sit back second half and try and rely on playing on the break? Yes. In fact, there's probably a case to say they played on the break first half. It was more like we were the home side for large periods. We didn't do enough with it. Defensively, I thought we'd done well enough. We were resolute. We dug in. We were compact. And ultimately, a couple of positive changes have helped us earn a point on the road. And Jordan Graham adds to his goal tally for the season again. Up to 7 points for the season after 4 games. A really, really good point. Always feels a bit better when you score late on. Final score from the New Meadow: Shrewsbury 1, Gillingham won. Hope you've enjoyed it. Just listening to me on my own. You know where we are: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube and Twitter. Please keep liking, subscribing and retweeting. I'll be back Monday for a Monday review to look back on the game. Until next time, up the Gills.